What would you think if I said that most people build their first offer completely backward? And I'll be the first to admit that I've been guilty of this. Now, a backwards offer sounds something like, I do coaching, I do consulting, I do strategy sessions. It's all about what they do, and then they try to sell that. But the problem is that no one buys what you do. They buy what they get. And if your offer is built around your process instead of their transformation, you can have the best services in your space and still hear nothing but silence. Now, in this video, which is part 5 of my free course From Idea to Online Business, I'm going to show you exactly how to build an offer that people actually buy by building it backwards from the result, not forward from your expertise. Now, in my last video, we did the work of listening to the market. We found the questions that people are asking, the frustrations that they're voicing, even the prayers that they're praying. Now, the question is, how do you package that into something that people will actually pay for? Because knowing what people need and knowing how to sell it as an offer are two completely different things, and you have to know the difference. Otherwise, you'll spend time and money promoting the wrong thing. Now, this video is about the second one. So let's make sure that we understand first the difference between a deliverable and a transformation. Now, a deliverable says, I'll give you 8 strategy sessions. A transformation is, you'll walk away with a business that runs without you. Now, a deliverable is, I'll review your funnel. A transformation is, the leaks that are in your funnel will be found and fixed, and you'll start seeing revenue that you're currently leaving on the table. One offer is built to succeed. The other offer is guaranteed to fail. When you go on and on about deliverables, the customer has to figure out what 8 sessions gets them and why they should care enough to invest their most precious resource, their time. And because they already feel like they're stretched thin and there aren't enough hours in the day to get everything done, they're just going to keep scrolling. They're not going to take the time to figure that out. But when you build around transformation, people will feel like you're speaking directly to them and they won't have to find the time. Why? Because they'll make the time if they're truly, as Fannie Lou Hamer once said, sick and tired of being sick and tired. And if you don't remember anything else that I've said here today, remember that people pay for outcomes, not activities. So here's how to make sure that you stand out for all of the right reasons. Now, I call this the transformation ladder. Step 1 is the starting state. If you've completed the market research exercise in video 4, then you already have this language. If not, have a look at that video and then describe in your customer's exact language where they are right now. What are their frustrations? What is the time and the money they feel like they're losing? And what would they do differently if they were to start over? And if you're watching this and you haven't yet started your business, that's okay. Just ask yourself if you're happy with your present situation. If not, why not? This is the ultimate opportunity to be as honest with yourself as you've ever been. The way you think and the way you feel doesn't have to conform to what everyone else believes. Be clear about what you want and what you think might be the best way to get your ideal outcome. Now, step 2 is the destination. Describe where they'll be after working with you. And you have to be specific, not you'll be more successful. Instead, try something like you'll have an offer that sells without you having to chase anyone. Or try wake up to notifications of revenue that arrived while you slept. And I think we all want more of that. The more specific the destination, the more real it feels and the more they'll want it. Now, here's a way to make absolutely sure that you nail this without any mistakes. Have them tell you in their words what a successful outcome would look like. Ask them where they need to be in their journey compared to where they are right now to feel like working with you was time well spent. If the responses are general and difficult to define, then don't be afraid to ask follow-up questions because you have to pin this down. Step 3 is the bridge, and this is where you deliver a structured process that begins with the end in mind, that rebuilds the offer from the transformation backwards so your customer begins to experience it right away, even before their situation completely changes. Now, you basically are going to help them live into the vision, and when you position it this way, then it doesn't matter if it's 6 or even 8 sessions. Whatever you provide isn't the focus, it's the outcome that's the focus, as it should be. So this is the same scenario, but a completely different buying experience. And step 4 is the proof layer. Now, you don't need 100 testimonials. You need to articulate why your approach, why your methodology works, and what you know in your space that most people don't. Your offer building checklist, link in the description, walks you through each rung of this sequence. Don't try to hold it all in your head. Use the checklist. There's another layer to building an offer that many people miss, and it's the one that separates offers that sound good from offers that actually deliver without you becoming overwhelmed in the process. Now, this is where high level enters the picture, which I've used for many years, and I absolutely love it. Now, when I build an offer, high level is the back end that handles the fulfillment, automation sequences, appointment scheduling, payment, invoices, delivery, CRM tracking, everything so I'm not the bottleneck in my business. And I've been able to get rid of so many tools that were costing me hundreds of dollars a month and do everything inside of High Level. Because if you've created an offer and you haven't thought about the infrastructure behind it, then your system depends exclusively on you being awake. And that's not a business, that's a job, and you don't need to build a job for yourself. Now, this is not sponsored by High Level, but they have extended a 30-day free trial plus free training with the support team to get your business up and running in as little as an hour. Plus, I'm offering thousands of dollars in exclusive bonuses for new High Level customers. So visit ralphirvin.com/highlevel or check the link in the show notes. Now let's talk about pricing, which is fundamentally different when it's based on transformation instead of just deliverables. Now, a deliverable is a commodity. The price rises and falls based on demand because it's largely the same wherever you go. And when you sell a deliverable, the price is simply compared to alternatives. If you're offering 8 sessions at X dollars, then someone's going to ask, well, how does that compare to someone else's 8 sessions? Now, when you sell a transformation, the price is compared to the cost of staying where you are, the cost of staying the same. And there's no limit to what people will spend to improve their lives. We see it all the time. And while your motive should never be to take advantage of people because of a vulnerability, because that's definitely not how you build a business and wealth God's way, your motive also shouldn't be to undervalue your expertise. What you bring to the table has value that you should charge for, and people who pay attention. Trust me when I tell you that. So customers you attract will be higher quality customers when there's a financial commitment in addition to the commitment of time and attention. Here's how. Price against the problem, not the process. What is the cost of the problem your customer is experiencing right now? Whether it be in dollars, time, mental energy, opportunities lost, their health, whatever it is, write that number down and then ask, compared to that number, what is your offer worth? This is not about inflating your price. This is about anchoring it to reality. Now, most people drastically underprice because they compare themselves to other offers, not to the problem that their offer solves. And the offer building checklist, which you could find in the show notes below, has a pricing worksheet that walks you through this exact exercise. Now, building an offer doesn't have to be mysterious. Start with the transformation and work backwards. Let the results do the selling. Now, in my next video, we talk about how to land your first paying customer. So it's starting to get good. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it and give this video a like. So this is Ralph. Thank you very much for tuning in. Also, be sure to check the playlist for this free online course that I've created, From Idea to Online Business. You can absolutely do this. I walk you step by step through how to basically take your idea, develop it, and turn it into a thriving business. That's what this series is about. Always remember that faith plus work equals success, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and God bless.